Hey you, thanks for clicking on this little video, and welcome to the first of hopefully a series of videos where I go over some recently published scientific research studies that I think are exciting and deserve sharing. Because there's a whole bunch of really smart and dedicated scientists out there doing cool, potentially life-altering research right now that we don't get to hear enough about. Now, I don't have any personal or professional connection to these studies, so here's a quick disclaimer that research is a gradual process of learning and understanding the world, meaning new findings can come to light later that change what we thought we knew, sometimes in supportive ways and other times in contradictory ways. All that to say, if you have any ideas for interesting new research I should cover, or if there's something you think I messed up on, or if you just want an excuse to yell at someone on the internet, head down to the comments and let me know. Enjoy!
Though the world is full of science is changing it.
While we might have reduced the noble wolf to a pitiful creature that chokes on its own saliva and can't stop rubbing itself on the carpet, a team out of the University of Bristol has found dogs can be trained to do something way better than any human: smell Parkinson's disease. And not just in advanced cases, but years before other more noticeable symptoms even occur. They did this by training 2 dogs to smell sebum, an oily skin secretion linked to Parkinson's. And when they tested the dogs on skin swabs from 100 different people, 40 with and 60 without the disease, they correctly identified up to 80% of the samples with Parkinson's and ignored up to 98% of the ones without. The researchers don't see dog detectives replacing doctors when it comes to the main diagnosis, but it is a cheap and non-invasive way to get a quick answer on whether someone has Parkinson's disease and could potentially help in some hard-to-diagnose cases. Next time you want to yell at your dog for destroying your favorite piece of furniture, remember they might be withholding key information about your health, so you should really just give them some chicken jerky and a pat on their cute little head.
Science is changing it.
There's a lot of bad stuff that can happen if you're chronically stressed, from anxiety and depression to increased blood pressure and even heart disease. There's also bad stuff that can happen from not flossing, like your dentist sending a hit squad to eliminate you in your sleep. A team of scientists at Tufts University is working to help solve both problems through a specially designed dental floss pick that can detect stress in your spit. You see, your sticky mouth goo has a lot of chemicals, including hormones, that can be helpful in telling us different things about your health. This includes cortisol, the stress hormone, and because we create so much spit, and it's relatively easier to get a hold of than, say, the blood we need in order to live, it can be a great source for getting a lot of information about your health over time. The device looks like a pretty normal floss pick, but it's got a tiny hole in the string that lets some of your saliva flow into the handle. From there, your lip lube goes onto an electrode that has a teeny tiny cast made in the exact shape of a cortisol molecule. So if there is some cortisol in your saliva, it'll fit nice and snugly in there, activating the sensor. Kind of like that game where you have to put the right-shaped block into the right-shaped hole. Please tell me why it's so hard. Once your stressed out jaw juice is locked in, all you have to do is plug a small transmitter into the pick, which then sends the results of the test wirelessly to an app on your phone. While it's not as good for diagnosis as something like blood, because you need to know what molecule you're looking for, it's easy enough to be part of your daily routine, and could be great for keeping tabs on all sorts of hormones and other chemicals, like estrogen for tracking fertility, glucose for diabetes management, and certain cancer biomarkers, making it a potentially life-saving tool for multiple reasons.
Science is changing it.
Look out, Marie Kondo. There's a new organization sheriff in town, and it's in the lobby of your poop chute. This team of researchers got neck-deep in some colon tissue and found the way our cells get together to create organs might be as simple as a set of 5 rules. And wow, do the implications of this go way beyond our booty tubes. Their research focused on crypt renewal, a thing with a really cool name that your colon does where little pockets called crypts create new cells to repair or replace old ones. These scientists wanted to reverse engineer crypt renewal to see how it works, so they did a whole bunch of math about it and found a handful of key cell division rules that I'm now going to grossly oversimplify. The first is timing. There's a fixed cell cycle or schedule in which cell division happens regularly. 2. Temporal order. Adult cells divide on schedule, but baby cells only divide once they've grown up. 3. Spatial direction. Every time cells divide, they do a little turn. They rotate a specific amount, and this gets passed down to the next generations. 4. Number of divisions. Adult cells can only divide a certain amount of times until they become old head cells that can't divide anymore. 5. Cell lifespan. Pretty much just how much time it takes these cells to go from birth to death. You put all these together on a computer screen, and you can see our cells forming these really cute rosette patterns. But the scientists didn't do all this just to create some funky-looking bejeweled levels. If we're able to know how good organized cell division happens, this could be huge for helping us figure out why bad, disorganized cell division happens. And disorganized cell division is the stuff that causes cancer and other diseases. Now enjoy falling asleep tonight thinking about how your colon crypts are being renewed. And please stop making excuses about cleaning your room, because even the thing that literally makes your poop is more organized than you.